Hi everyone, welcome back to True Life Story. I'm here with my sister, and she is.
My name is Tayo. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we're coming to talk about a topic that a lot of women talk about when they meet or when we meet.
Yeah.
And today's topic, what are we going to talk about?
We are talking about perimenopause and menopause.
Yes, oh my goodness.
That's a huge, huge topic.
Yeah, this is for both women and men. So if you are a man watching, don't think it's about just women.
Yeah, and actually, it's very important that men also learn more about perimenopause and menopause. I think when we were talking about it, we highlighted the fact that the problem for a lot of women is also the husbands don't understand what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, you can't help someone.
Yes.
So if you're a man and you've stumbled onto this and you're thinking, this isn't for me, just stay here. We're going to talk about things that you need to know, especially if you have wife, sister, whatever, mother going through this. This will be really useful.
True.
Yeah.
So how did you, because you are a bit older than me, so how did you know?
Yeah.
Or how were you feeling when it all begins?
So, I mean, now in reflection, I realize my perimenopause, I'm not menopausal yet, and I will explain the difference in a minute. My perimenopause started probably I was around 43, which is quite early. I had a lot of symptoms. I had problems holding in, my bladder was very weak. I would constantly need to go to the toilet. I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of mood swings. I had a lot of problems with my digestive system. So I was having a lot of bloating, a lot of discomfort. And I just felt, the other thing is I just felt unwell. I just used to feel tired and drowsy and lethargic, and so it was like a fog where you just feel you're not feeling yourself, you feel unable to perform to your normal abilities. And I started to go to the doctor probably around 43, 44, complaining about I'd complain about random thing like, oh, my tummy hurts. So they would focus on that, and because I was probably too young in their eyes to be menopausal or perimenopausal, perimenopause never came up. And I only realized then the last two years that actually most of those symptoms were actually perimenopause. So that was the beginning of my journey. But obviously as the years went on, my symptoms changed, and I started to have hot flushes, night sweats. My mood was vicious, and we're going to talk about this is what led us to actually starting this discussion, and we thought we have to do a video on it because the mood swings, people say, oh yeah, but you have mood swing when you have your period or something. This is different. This is a different kind of mood swing. This is, as my sister called it, a red mist descends. And the mood swings are it's almost, I want to use the word vicious, but in a nice way, because when it comes up, you are just not, you're like you're crazy. So I was getting lots of mood swings. I didn't feel like doing anything, literally nothing. I just was not myself. And if you're a man watching this and you have a wife that is in that range, if their behavior changes completely to what they've been, this is something you need to think about. Forget about the age, because what I've learned since then is that some women start even younger. I have a friend who's 40 and she's already perimenopausal. So we have to go with the symptoms, not the age. So if you have a partner and the partner is acting very irrational, very moody, they're complaining they don't feel well, or they feel tired all the time, or whatever it is, digestive system, they're constantly in the room.
Or they don't want to come to bed.
Yes, they don't want to come to, that's a very important one. That's it. I'm divorced. I'm single at the moment, so I don't have that issue. But I think Janet must talk about that when she does her own bit. Sex is off the menu. Like, forget it. So that's another thing in a marriage or in a partnership. You notice they completely lose interest, and that's to do not with the fact that they don't fancy you, the husband or the partner. Is to do with the estrogen levels, and when we lose our estrogen levels, a lot of things go wrong in our bodies. You tell them your own beginnings, because that's my beginning. You tell them your own beginnings.
Yeah, that it was around the time when we first moved to the countryside.
Right.
And then before, I thought it was work. Like I was saying, I thought it was work stress.
Yeah.
My husband said, okay, don't work. Don't just stay at home, look after the young one.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like this darkness, the cloud has come over me.
Yeah.
I do not want to open the curtains.
Yeah.
I do not want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I'll be on my own, in my own zone.
Yeah.
And I said, this is wrong. So I used to call you or call Marianne, and she would say, oh, maybe because you are lonely.
Yeah.
Okay, then my husband said, join the gym. I've joined the gym.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Yeah.
I remember the last time that I knew there was something happening. I feel like killing people. I feel like killing my husband. I feel like killing my children. I said, no, this is not right. Why am I feeling? Every time they say something, I feel like I see red. I can see red. And they are like, oh, it's funny. Yeah. Why is mommy thinking it's not funny? I said, no, it's not funny. Why do you have to say such things like this?
Yeah.
I wake up one morning, I said, no, this is not right. I need to see my GP.
Right.
And that's when I saw my GP.
Yeah.
He listened to me. I told him everything. He said, are you working? I said, no.
Yeah.
Are you under any pressure? I said, no. Are you thinking about anything seriously? I said, no.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? I said, no. So, and I said, that's why I don't understand. He said, okay, you are not alone. A lot of women are going through it.
Yeah.
And then he typed and he said, with your age, you are not supposed to be in that group.
Right, yeah.
So maybe it might be from the family. Some people get it earlier.
Yeah.
So then he gave me the tablet. And then I read the tablet. I said, no. The disadvantage...
Do you know what the tablets were?
I have it.
Okay.
I have it there. It's still there to remind me when I'm going through that.
Yeah.
So I said, no, the disadvantage is more the advantage.
Yeah.
And now I was sitting with my husband. He said, if you don't want to take it, don't take it. But I can help you.
Yeah.
So now what we do is, when it's like a week to my red time, when I try, like I feel like killing someone, he will announce and tell the children, say, oh, mommy, it's on the red
day,
on the red week. So everyone like stay away, don't make no fun. I mean, don't joke around here.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can my children be scared of me? Even my husband, like, hey, I don't want to go there. No, I need to switch it off. So I started writing it down, my dates, and when it start coming. Sometimes, most of the time, I won't see it coming.
Yeah.
But my husband will notice my attitude.
Yes.
It starts changing. Then he was, dear, I think it's about time. It's red week. I said, no. Then I'll go and check my book, because now I start to forget things as well. I'll go and check. That's why I start writing it down. I'll go and check. I said, oh dear, you are right. And then he said, okay, he'll start taking the children out more.
To give you a bit
to
more
give
time.
me a bit of time to be on my own. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's not easy, but what I can say is, men have to help.
Yeah.
You have to help us, because when you are in that zone, it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it was interesting when we were talking about it yesterday, and you use those words, you feel like killing someone.
Yeah.
And when people hear that, they think, it sounds so extreme. But the truth is, the rage that you get, and that's why I said the mood swings are different. It's like it just comes and it's very strong. And people around you that normally you love and you want them around you, they annoy you. And for the women, if you've ever suffered from period, the blues when you get your period, because I used to have a bit of a mood swing when my period would come. I think a lot of women do. You do notice how your moods change, but if you want to amplify that mood change that you have in your period by like 200%, so it's like vicious. You literally feel like, I hate everybody, I don't want anyone around me, get away from me. It's really strong. And I think you mentioned the forgetfulness, which I forgot to mention. That, oh my God, you forget everything. You go upstairs, why am I here? I mean, I remember there was a time I told another of my friends, I said, I think I have dementia. I believed it. I was like, something is wrong with me, because I literally could not remember things. I would be talking about something, and if I stopped for a moment, that's it, it's gone. So the forgetfulness is a very, very big deal. And you see a lot of women around that age losing their keys, their glasses, their phone. They start to lose things. And that's a sign that they might be perimenopausal. And the other thing I wanted to add to what you were saying is, everybody gets it differently. And this is the other issue, is that I may have it one way, like really bad. I may have really bad hot flushes, maybe my forgetfulness is bad, my mood swings might be bad. Your friend or your sister or your cousin may have nothing. So husbands or partners, please don't compare. Oh, but that person is the same age as you. They're not, going crazy. They're not having sex, if you know whether they're having sex, or, whatever the comparison is. Because that's also a problem for a lot of women, is that they feel like they have to show up and be the mother and be the wife, but they don't feel good. They're not feeling well mentally, they don't feel well physically, they don't feel well emotionally. All those three areas are not working properly, and then someone is demanding for them to be their normal self. It's impossible. And I was saying to you yesterday, I'm in a group on Facebook, it's a menopause group, and there are thousands of women in that group, and I've read stories of people close to suicide, people giving up work, people not leaving their bedroom for weeks.
We'll come to that one day.
Yeah, I mean, it could, So the reason I'm saying that is it affects everybody in a different way. But if you recognize some of these symptoms, you need to support whoever is going through this, and to understand that it's not them, it's their hormones. Because the reason we change is not that anything is wrong with us, it's we are depleting gradually in a very essential hormone. And estrogen is the estrogen patches receptors from the top of our heads to the soles of our feet. So when the estrogen doesn't come as it should, when we're losing it, which is what happens, anything can go wrong from here to there. For example, hair loss is very common. So I started to lose my hair around the edges, sis, as well. And I have many friends who, you see a lot of women. Do you know what? When I was growing up, right, all my aunties around this age all went, low cut. And now I realize Now I realize the reason they all cut their hair is because they were losing their hair. We never knew why. We go, why she cut her hair? But all my aunties, I remember all my older aunties, cousins that were older, all at some point went low. And the reason is
trying everything and it's not
you try everything, your hair is not growing, you have bald patches, your nails are not growing, your skin looks horrific. Everything, you put on weight around your middle. Oh, that's another one.
The weight thing.
Yeah, you go. You talk about the weight.
The weight thing. Let me tell you. I used to be size 12. Between 10, 12.
Yeah.
And then it jumped to 14, 12. And I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Until that thing hit me like this. And I would walk, I would jog, I would do everything, and it's still there. And I'm saying, oh no, what's going on?
Yep. That's
And
a
then
big deal.
that was when I called you. I said, what can I do?
Yeah. And the truth is, I mean, I used to be a fitness trainer. I've worked in fitness for many years before I started doing what I'm doing now. And, you know, for many years I trained really hard, and I still do. And I exercise. She knows this. I exercise regularly. Don't miss my sessions. 4 sessions in the gym, 2 walking sessions every week. Still, I cannot get rid of my perimenopause belly. And what happens is we start to store more fat around the middle. It's a very common thing. So this is one of the things people first start to complain. I'm doing everything right. I'm eating the same foods. And that was what happened to me. I was doing everything I've been doing, which has kept me lean. But I was putting on weight, and it didn't matter what I did. And I tried cutting down my food. I tried doing more steps. And I just saw that the middle section became very stubborn. So that is something that is very common. And from the perspective of what can you do, the best thing you can do is to be active as, and when I say active, I mean really active. Like, don't just go out once a week. You need to be constantly active, even if it's walking. Watch what you eat. Unfortunately, as we get older and as we start to go into perimenopause, we cannot eat the same foods because our metabolism has slowed down.
Sis, let's do part 2.
Yeah, we have to do a part 2. Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop it here, and we're going to do another video. We're going to talk about how what we've done, what we've learned, and what we've done, and how to help yourself. And this is coming from us. We're not experts. We're just sharing our experiences. So we'll see you in part 2. Thank you.